study topic which is related to transistor evolving in a semiconductor industry. As we know, the transistor, which is a very small device, and it can be incorporated in electronics appliances, that is laptops and many home appliances, it can be integrated. As in the early stages, the small scale industry transistors are used. As the industry is evolving day by day, now we are in the stage of very large scale integrated circuits. In that, we are deploying millions, trillions of transistors in one motherboard, and also it is providing vital applications in each devices which is they contributing. Transistor, which is made up of germanium and silicon material. Mostly the semiconductor device, which is made up of only silicon, germanium, which is having manufacturing defect, and also the efficiency compared to silicon, it is having a very low potential, and also the barrier potential is very high compared to silicon. So okay, now we can have some discussions about the topic what we have chosen, and after the discussion we can start the presentation.
Today we are going to discuss about how transistor has been used in shaping the semiconductor industry. We can say that transistors have revolutionized the semiconductor industry by the way of how the semiconductors and the electronic components has been designed, manufactured and used. In that, let's have a small discussion about what are transistors and who invented it. Transistor was invented in 1947. Transistors are invented by John Martin, Walter Brittain and William Shockley in Bell Laboratories. Transistor was first made up of germanium, but nowadays transistor has been made in silicon because of its efficiency and its abundance in the earth. The first commercial transistor, silicon transistor, was established in 1954 in Texas Industries.
Let's see about the types of transistors. There are two primary types of transistors. Let's see about the BJT. BJT is known as a bipolar junction transistor. This is also known as a current control device. In these transistors, both positive and negative charge carriers are used to control the flow of current. It has two types, NPN and PNP. It also has three semiconductor layers, emitter, base and collector. It has a different electric charge. Let's say about the FET. FET is also known as a field effect transistors. In these transistors, use a voltage applied to a control electrode to create a flow of current. If FET transistors are divided into two types, MOSFET and JFET. JFET is known as a junction field effect transistors. These transistors use a voltage applied to a gate electrode to control the flow of current. Next is MOSFET. MOSFET is known as the metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistors. These transistors use a voltage applied to the gate electrode, which is insulated by a semiconductor material by an oxide layer. It is also used to control the flow of current.
Let me discuss about the impact of transistor in the semiconductor industry. First of all, we know that transistors have many major evolution in electronic devices such as computers, from electronic devices such as smartphones and heavy devices. So, in second generation of computers, transistors have a major role compared to the vacuum tubes. As we compare the vacuum tubes, it occupies a very large space and consumes heat. So, the main disadvantages in vacuum tubes are they consume more space. So in the transistor, it has an effective performance and efficiency, and due to its small size and mass production have been produced due to its efficiency.
Let me discuss about the application where the transistors are used in the industrial field. First thing is the computation sector, where we use the transistor in computers, which plays a main role in transferring the electrical flow circuit within the electronic chips, which plays a major role in processor and memory and other components in computer sector. Next, we seeing about the communication sector, where a transistor used in radios, mobile phones, and other communication devices to have a proper frequency of the frequency of the radio waves and other signals that has been used in the mobile phones. And this has been designed by using the very large scale integration, where we use millions and trillions of transistors within the IC processor or else the chip within the small space, so that it will be easy for the energy flow of within the transistor in a compact devices. Next, we use in audio equipments. The audio equipments, for example, we are using tuning systems and other audio-based system that we used in our radio stations and other musical stations for amplifying and changing the frequency of the sound that we used in the devices to give a proper and based version of the sounds. And next, we have used an automotive sector, where the transistor uses an automotive and control system such as engine management and safety system. For example, if any vehicle is coming to hit you, means the chip that is being used in the automotive sector, you use a signal to the person, so that it gives an alert message to the person that you are going to hit a person, so that the frequency that has been sent from the chip will help the driver to get alerted, and so that most of the life will be saved by automotive sector.
Here I am going to talk about the advantages of the transistors. Transistors have several advantages, which is smaller size transistors are very much smaller than the vacuum tubes, enabling more compact and electronic devices. Lower power consumptions. Transistors consume less cost and less cost than the vacuum tubes, and reducing cost and energy efficiency. Higher reliability. Transistors are more reliable and less prone to failure than the vacuum tubes. And improving durability. Transistors are less susceptibility and to mechanical shock and vibration than the vacuum tubes.